everybody. Bill Thornton, Socalsabre here. How y'all doing today on this very extremely windy day in Southern California? Hope you're having better weather than we are. We had a great weekend last weekend, and now everything's turned around, going in a pot. Well, anyway, welcome to Talking About number 4, where we have open subjects that any participant can bring up something, as long as it's not politics or religion. And I normally have a few things that I can, maybe get people sharing about or thinking about. And so I got a couple. One's on sports board games. Another one is on war board games. Okay, so let's go to the question on the sports first. If you're here and you want to answer me, put it in the remarks there, and I'll get back with you. If you're watching it later, hope you enjoy it, and put some more remarks there. I'll check it out later when I get back. And then, so the first one, the question I says, did anybody pick up new additions to their sports games recently? I did. I hadn't bought anything from Payoff Sideline Games for Payoff Pitch in a long time. Hi, Jeffrey. Glad to see you're here. Thank you. But I did make an order from Payoff Pitch, and I bought the 1984 season Wisp splits printed. And then I bought the 2012 season Wisp splits, the PDF. And then I picked up a new set of the facts that are color coded. I had the old facts. I don't think there's any changes to the data, but they look kind of cool. So I picked them up, and the price was right on them. So that was my sports pickups. I also placed an order from 49 Sports, their Quick Decks hockey game, which probably should be shipping by the end of the month. Looks pretty interesting. And I haven't added a hockey game to my collection for a long time. Just like I need a hole in the head is more games, right? Yeah. I was in a discussion the other day about that. Can't get the games you like on the table because there's too many games you like. So anyway, that's what I did with the sports games. Don't forget, on April 28th is going to be the end of the month question and answer period at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I had to move this from Sunday to today. Hi, Ray. How you doing? Glad to see you here. See what Jeffrey's got. Jeffrey picked up something. Picked up the 76-77 NHL from hockey from APA. A Bruins fan was impressed by Montreal's record that year. Yeah, that was a pretty good season. I haven't had APA hockey on my table for quite a while. I should be hitting the head for that, but I got hockey bones on the table right now. Sports Time Machine. Hello, Bill. Fairly new subscriber. Well, all of my subscribers are appreciated greatly. New or the old ones have been with me for a couple of years now. Welcome aboard, and join in on the conversations if you'd like. The first one that I asked about if anybody picked up anything new for their sports board games since last month. I picked up some stuff from Payoff Pitch, and I got 49 Sports' Quick Decks hockey game on order. But anyway, as I was saying, the April 28th is the end of the month. Question and answer period and the end of month report, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I had to move this from tomorrow till today because tomorrow, because of scheduling, we've got 5 people all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast going to be participating in the season 25 Superstar Baseball Draft. And that was the only day that we could get it started was tomorrow. So I had to move it over. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I tried to put out a notice on it and let everybody know. Then, also, if you have something you think you'd like me to look into doing on the channel, please let me know, and then I'll see if I can do it. And if I can do it, I'll give it a shot, even if it costs me a little bit of money. But if it's like $150 games that you want me to play, that'd be a different story. So I do have $150 games, but I don't. They're rare in between. Most of them, the majority of them would be Kickstarter ones for multiplayer board games, not sports board games. And then, tell your friends and your music friends. You must have some friends that like music. Check out my music videos that I put out every Saturday now. telling everybody what I've played during the previous week. So we added the golden heavyweight boxers from Talkin About 2 and card sets for Glory Day Boxing. Also got the 81 NBA thing for hoops basketball. Nice, Ray. That's some good stuff there. Talkin About 2 almost made it onto my table this week. It's inching its way back. It's been a long time since it's been on the table. I don't have Glory Days boxing. I do have Talkin About 2 and, oh gosh, the other one's slipping my mind right now. I don't remember what it is right now. I'd have to look it up. And I don't have hoops basketball. I've looked at hoops basketball several times, and I honestly don't know why I haven't gone that route. But they're nice additions. Now you'd be like me, and then try to figure out how to get time to get them under the table. That's my biggest problems. Okay, then one of the other thing, what do I have on the table right now? Like I said, I just lost my big table because it's all set up to start that season 25 Superstar Baseball draft. We got 5 owners now, and we're going to be drafting for 20 teams. It's going to take a long time. It's going to be 2 sessions, 17 players tomorrow and 9 players during the week at night. And this is the biggest we have ever had in the 40-something years that it's been going on, Superstar Baseball. And so I'm kind of excited. I'm also kind of excited to say the way we have a special way that we do the draft, and it really. Yes, Ray. Thank you very much. Legends of Boxing. That's the other one that I have. And our way we draft really provides for a lot of equality. Where teams like last year, I don't think that we play 30-game seasons, and I don't think anybody got eliminated from the playoffs until like game 28. That's how close it was. But with this big expansion that we're doing now, this may change the story. It may change the story. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens tomorrow, starting in the draft. And we got one new owner and 3 and 4 veteran owners. Okay, and then I got Hockey Bones on the table. I just put one out the other day doing the 92-93 playoffs. I'll get another one of Hockey Bones out pretty soon. Rebel Fury, I've been studying that for about 3 weeks now, and I got it at the point where once I get some table space back from this draft, I'm going to put the game out and then try to play through it. And then if I'm satisfactory with the rules, I'm going to do a demo on that one because that's been asked. And of course, I'm doing the payoff pitch 1987 playoffs, ALS and the NLS right now. That's what I got on the table right now. What do you guys got? And got anything going on the table right now? I would know we just talked about pickups. Any projects going? Okay. So none of the other. I think some of you maybe. Are any? Or I got to ask in case somebody watches it later. Are there any U.S. American Civil War buffs in the house today? And if yes, what system do you prefer? Like I said, I'm currently working on learning the Rebel Yell, which is a brand new system from Mark Herman. Rebel Fury Ray does have some solo stipulation rules in each scenario, so it changes for each scenario. There's not a lot of rules, but there are solo rules in Rebel Fury. The other day, it might have even been you that asked me about, and I mistakenly said that Gettysburg 123 had them. No, Rebel Fury does have the solo rules and the scenarios, which I'm looking forward to getting at. I've been learning the rules, but I have not touched the scenario rules yet. I'll wait till I get that scenario set up and ready to go. If I had to pick a system right now that I prefer, I guess my favorite system right now would be the blind sword system. Probably because I'm more invested in it. I have more blind sword games. I've played it more often than the others. But the other ones are good. You know, I just finished the game last month on the Shattered Union series, and that's a good one. This Rebel Fury is looking very, very promising. In the Worthington ones, the one that just came in, the Gettysburg 1, 2, 3, or 1st to the 3rd July 1863. That's the 4th in their Civil War Brigade series, and I have all 4 of them, and I have not touched any of them as far as learning yet. I have played a couple other Worthington Civil War games. I'm a big Civil War fan, but I have not played any Civil War games since the Avalon Hill and strategy and tactics games. Well, I think you are. I think you will get into them. You'll find it very interesting and much improved. I think as far as the graphics and the detail that the designers do, putting in the history into the games is quite really, really good. And like for the Rebel Fury one, the first scenario that Mark Herman recommends you play solo is Fredericksburg. So I'm reading a small book on Fredericksburg, and that helps me learn my history better, and it gives me some more flavor text for the game when I'm reading those things. How you doing, K2 Wilts? Glad to see you on board. Thanks for stopping by. Have you made any additions to your sports games or your American Civil War games? I don't know if you guys saw that first look I did on that Gettysburg 1, 2, 3. That box was really heavy, and I said, "What the heck is so heavy in this?" But it's 2 mounted maps. So that's what was all the weight on it. That surprised me. Have I visited any Civil War battlefields? I did when I was very, very young. I must admit I was only like 10 or 11 years old. My aunt took us on a trip from Buffalo, New York, across to New York City, and straight down the East Coast. And we stopped at places like Gettysburg and a few other places. I'd love to go back again. There's not too many battlefields out here for the Civil War out here in California. I tried to when my grandson and I drove from here up to Buffalo last July, and I tried to work in where we could visit one of the battlefields around Memphis in Nashville, but it just didn't work out with the timing on that. So maybe I'll get back there. Maybe I'll get over there again someday and I can visit some of them. Have you been to any of them? But for first APA football game in an old Sports Illustrated dice game from 1982. All right, APA football. It can get a little confusing at the beginning, but bear with it. You know, there's some good videos out there on learning the game. My biggest thing was learning what the symbols mean. I don't think the gameplay is hard. To me, the only thing that was hard was learning what does a K mean or a KOA mean on the cards net. And it took me a while. But I made myself a little player aid with it, and it sets right up here about when I'm playing the game of what each one means and that. Old Sports Illustrated dice game from 82. I don't have any football from Old Sports Illustrated dice, but I do have a few baseball ones, I believe. Well, Superstar Baseball came from Sports Illustrated too. After Avalon Hill, then I went to Sports Illustrated. And then after that, when they got rid of it, then Phil Graham picked it up and made some major revisions to it. Yeah, I know. I know Dave. I've been watching Dave's his videos about APA. It's pretty cool. Dave does a really good job explaining just about any game that he plays, and tries to make it easy for other people to learn. And that's what I like about his videos and that. Oh, wow, Ray, what a traveling man. You visited almost every Civil War battlefield. Wow. That is crazy. There was a lot of battlefields. What was your favorite one? Maybe that's what I'll do next summer. Heaven forbid, I'll still be able to travel. I'll make a trip. I'll fly like into Memphis and rent a car, and then go out around for a few days out to several battlefields in that area and that. When my grandson and I were coming back again, when we were coming back in, we drove across and we cut down through Missouri, and I thought about going to Oh boy, my mind's really slipping me. Well, this was like the first big unit battle in Missouri. That's where General Lyon got killed. I forget it now, and I have one of the games on it right now, but that didn't work out. Gettysburg and Shiloh. I hope you can visit some so soon. Yeah, I remember Gettysburg, and what I've seen of it, and I try to follow up online with YouTube and everything. And what I've seen for Gettysburg, to me, that seems like it could take you a couple days to see everything in Gettysburg. I may be wrong. And Shiloh, that's in the Tennessee area, the eastern Tennessee area, I think. My geography may be off. Awesome. It's the only one I've been to. That's great. Like I said, I was about 10 or 11. I was at Gettysburg. I can remember just a very little. That was a long time ago for my mind to try to remember. And so, I would like to see those things. That'd be kind of nice to, make a trip back that way and then hit Gettysburg and go up through the Shenandoah Valley and down through Fredericksburg and Chancellorsville and those areas and see, what the history was. I really like the history. That's why I read a book about all of the games that Civil War games that I buy. I do read books even like for World War II, and I haven't played one of those in a long time, but I do read a book about those war battles also. Let's see what we got going here. Yeah, Ray says he's a big Civil War buff, but hasn't played any for a long, long time. And I said, pick one out that's not so complicated on one of the designer, one of the boards or publishers, take a look at it. I think you'll be impressed by the quality and the detail and everything. In fact, look online. There's a lot of play videos, how to play videos for the different war games, and you can see the maps and so forth like that. Okay, that's the sports games in American Civil War. I brought up two subjects. You guys got what do you guys like? What would you like to talk about today? Anything else? If not, keep it going. Keep those two going. Bring up something else about them. The two. You've probably heard me over the years and everything. I always talk about my grandson, how good he is at games and everything. Well, he's leaving tomorrow. Leaves tomorrow, goes down to San Diego. He's joined the U.S. Navy, and then he's going to boot camp in Chicago. And he signed up for IT, and then after that, he's going to 25 weeks of schooling in Pensacola, Florida. How lucky. I love Pensacola. I was down there a couple times. Yeah, you're right, Jeffrey. It really helps me to know what, actually more about the battles and what was going on and identify the characters involved and so forth. And, and to me, it brings more flavor to the game, more flavor text to the game for me. Yeah, so Nick's on his way out tomorrow. I was over to see him the other day. I'm thinking about going over and taking a little run over and just saying, I went out to lunch on Thursday with him and his mother. Yeah, Ray agrees on that reading the book issue also. So I haven't touched the Civil War Brigade series from Worthington. And the other one that I have 3 on that's big that I want to try to get this year. It's one of my goals is to try to get one of them on the table and learning is I have 3 modules from Multi-Man Publishing. And I would like to get that going. That I really like. I've done a lot of videos and a lot of reading on Multi-Man Publishing's AC his ACW games and interested, ready to get going, but I keep getting caught up in other things. Somebody asked me the other day if I had any other games after the Gettysburg one came in from Worthington. I did answer them. I told them I have all four in that series, but I also have In Magnificent Style, which was published by them, and it's on the, of course, on the Pickett's Charge on the last day at Gettysburg. And the other one that I have on them is Chancellorsville, 1863. That's a good play too. That's easy to play solo. From what I know, I guess the definition of heavy is up to each person. There's a lot to them. It doesn't look like it's difficult. It's just that there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's because they're operational games. I think that they are. I think they're operational. I always get mixed up when people say they're operational, or tactical, or regimental, or net. It's just a game to me is a game to me. But there's a lot going on to them, so it's going to take a little bit of studying when I get the rule books open. But there's, and they're a little costly, but the content in them is like Onto Richmond 2 that came out. It's got like 14 or 15 scenarios on it. It's got three or four different campaigns in it. And then I have Atlanta is ours. But the one I'm going to start off with, which they recommend, is Hood Strikes North. And I do have that one. But when On to Richmond 2 went on pre-order, I jumped on it. I didn't want to miss it because it's a long time in between when you miss out on one from Multiman Publishing. And then if you go to the secondary market, they cost a fortune. There's a couple others I'd like in their collection, but even at Noble Knight Games, they're pretty expensive. But when I get to doing one, I will let everybody know how I'm feeling about it and so forth. Hi, David. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. I was wondering if you were going to get a chance to stop in. We've been talking about additions to sports games we've made, that anybody made, and we've been talking about Civil War board games, U.S. Civil War board games, and the different ones and so forth. So please join in if you have any input on those things. Do you play your games all in the room you're in now? No, I don't. In fact, I've played very few games. I'll do some of the videos when I'm showing record albums and that in here. And when I'm doing like my APA 61 replay, where I'm using the Dyson cards, and then I'm using the monitor for the PC replay baseball for the stats and Fall Classic baseball. Those I play in here because I don't have two monitors in the other room. But I have two other rooms that I do. Like right now, my big table has a laptop on it and a monitor and a camera, and it's all set up for the big table, which I can house 3 games comfortably on there. But it's going to be all tomorrow. Starting tomorrow is the big draft for Superstar Baseball. Then I have another room in the back where I got games where I've been recording back there too. I just moved the laptop back and forth. I have the equipment already set up. So, and no, I've never thought about giving a video tour of the games. Maybe I'll do that and show you all of the different areas where I got them all stashed in. They're in the closets or on the shelves. I actually need another room for them, but I'm not going to be going there. Yeah, you're right, Jeffrey. That's FOMO award games is more than the sports games. It seems like you can always get the sports games going. Back to that last question is, do the other guys watching have any special setups? Any of you guys got any special setups for your gaming or you're recording, if you do any recording, if you do any recording, guys, let me know. I'd love to go up and watch some of your stuff. Because at night, that's where I come in here and this is what I call my office, and I sit in here at night late, and I watch the computer, and then I look at, I go to YouTube and bring up videos and watch different things about war board games, record albums, whatever jumps out and hits me. The dining room table to play my games. Well, there, it's very nice of your wife. You probably run into sometimes when the table is needed and you can't keep them up for a while. I'm fortunate, not fortunate to the fact that I don't have a wife, but I'm fortunate as far as my gaming goes. I don't, because I have, like I said, I play a couple games in here. This is just a little desk right here. The big table, I could actually put 4 games on, but and one of these days I'll do a demo on that. Is I open up half of the top. It's a big game table, so I open up half of the top, and I put a game down on the bottom on one side, and a game down on the bottom on the other side, and a game on the top of the other side, and then I just slide that top one back and forth while I'm playing those. Then I can play baseball and football games back in that far room back there. Yes, David, that would be a problem for your gaming. I can't imagine doing that with my kids when they were young, because they were always on the go, running and doing stuff and that. Dining room table too, but once the cat jumped on my Stratomatic board and wouldn't move, wow. Didn't like you playing, I guess, huh? Totally get packed up when company shows up. Yep. Well, that's nice that you got some time to be able to work things out. And sometimes, if you can if you had the room for it, because I do have one of these two, where I do when I'm going to be doing counter clipping and everything. I have a regular card table, folding card table that I set in the living room, and I sit there right there and I read rules. I do counter clipping and everything while I'm watching a movie or something on TV. So, that's always an option if you have enough room to be able to get a card table, because then you can just fold the legs up and store it somewhere real quickly. Kids growing up and out of the house as well. No cats. I get good playtime on the table. There you go, Jeffrey. I'm in the same boat. My kids are all grown up, all gone, all moved out. They have their own families. Look, I was saying my daughter's son, Nicholas, the one that I talk about all the time, my grandson, is leaving tomorrow morning for the Navy. And I'm very happy for him. I'm glad he made that decision, because living up here in the high desert is not a place for young people to live. There is nothing up here for them. And so I'm glad. And I hope this is going to get him into a new career, not even if it's not in the Navy, a new career in IT, and get the training that they're going to offer him. So I'm pretty excited for him. Yeah, I'm going to miss him. It used to be, even when he was little. So I'd be playing a game on the Xbox and I would get stuck. I would have to wait till he come over, and then he would get me unstuck so I could play some more. He did that many times for me. And he's really smart on computers. He's built a couple of computers. I had a cooler go out, and he come over and replace my cooler. I will do that, Jeffries. I hopefully going to see him in an hour and a half or so. And I had lunch with him the other day, but I'm wishing him a farewell and good luck, and appreciate it. Well, what do we got going? Let me see if I can think of something else we can talk about. Does anybody else checked into the 49 Sports hockey game, quick deck hockey or football. I've looked at the football. I looked at the football first, and I haven't ordered the football because I'm not too sure that it fits me yet. But the hockey looked okay, and that's why I did order it. And it should be shipping sometime towards the end of this month. Yeah, thanks, Ray. He has been a blessing for me. I have two other grandsons and an older granddaughter. A granddaughter and two grandsons older than him, but they live in Buffalo, New York. We visited them when we were in Buffalo on our trip last year. And then I have one grandson younger living in Temecula, California, and one granddaughter younger living out here in Apple Valley. So I'll still have grandkids that'll be close, just not Nicholas that I've been with ever since he was born. Okay, nobody else got into that 49 sports' quick deck games? And the reason I ordered it before July 3rd, because in the video, and when he was pushing it in March, he said, if you order by April 3rd, you're going to get one of the 60 seasons PDF free. So I said, well, I'm going to order it. I might as well do it now and get that. How about anybody have played or is planning on playing any payoff pitch baseball? I've got that 87 playoffs going right now. There's a video out there, and I don't know if you've seen that one or not. That finding the sports games, I tend to stick with a game and not jump around with others. Yeah, I thought about that too. And then I look at, and I have so many games that I like to get them on the board. Plus the fact that I have, there's a lot of subscribers on this channel, and they all like different sports. They also like different games. They have their favorite pro teams, and so do I. Try to mix it up to give some variety on the channel. If I was not doing videos on them, I would probably have a baseball game up a lot longer than it is now, where like I do now, like 2, 3, 4 games maybe, then I bring another baseball game up and so forth and that. But if I wasn't doing videos, that would probably be the case. I'd probably be sticking with them longer, not jumping around so much. Because, I wanted to get Talkin About 2. Something happened this week and distracted me. I also wanted to get another History Maker golf tournament going. So, got a lot of wishes, and I like all these games. Switched over to replay from another great game. And I do like the replay game. I do too. I like the replay game a lot. I've got the 68 season. Yeah, the 1968 season. I've got like the Diamond 80s thing, and I've got the all franchise team sets from replay. Cards and dice, of course. And then I do have the PC replay baseball, which I use to keep stats when I have a team that's suitable with them, like the 61 season. I have the 61 season with them too, so that I can play the games. In the 56 season, which I'm playing the 56 Yankee replay to see if Mantle can repeat his triple crown. And I do that with Fall Classic Baseball with PC keeping his stats. Yeah, really good game. I have payoff pitch on my table now. I'm currently doing the 1963 Pirate replay, full season. I've always had a hard time. The 60, like I'm doing the 61 and the 56 seasons now. I've always had a hard time with full seasons because there's so many games. I guess I like to be able to see the light at the end of the table. That's why when I pick something out, it's normally I pick a project like like I'm doing with the '87 season right now, the playoffs. In each one of my sports has different type of projects in them. 63 season. I'm not too familiar with that one in my memory anyway. And now I got Out of the Park Baseball 25. Picked that one up and got that one going. I'm learning a lot on that. There's a lot of stuff in that game to learn because you get to do finances and trades, and they talk about the draft and all kinds of stuff in there. I'm currently doing the 1968 Tiger replay on that one, and not going so good right now. I think I'm about 4 games out. You can check that out. I've got some videos out on that one, but I'm also checking out. There's no manual for that one yet. It's been out for a while now, and I still have not published a manual because I had it years ago, and I used to know what it was. But there's there's color coding that means things. There's abbreviations that means things, and I can't for the life of me remember what they are. So I'm watching some other people's channels to try to get a handle on that issue that I'm having. Of course, then I like my driving, my American Truck Simulator also. Pieces, but that just keeps me from doing other things now. Okay, what particular sports games are each of you thinking about purchasing out there, gang? Like I said, I just purchased the quick decks from 49 Sports. I usually do what Ray does. I pick a team I want to play and then play their season. Playing full seasons for Boston, Detroit, Minnesota, and Chicago in 67. Wow. Huh. That's a lot of games. Do you use sort of like they have these quick indexes to get the scores from the games that you're not playing from on the other teams? I tried doing that once, but I lost track. And so what I did the last time I was trying to run a season is I was just going to the everyday results for those teams and just giving them their wins and losses that way. So how do you figure out the wins and losses for the other teams? '67. Oh yeah, that was Carl Yastrzemski's Triple Crown year. No, just playing these 4 teams for the great race in '67. Oh, okay, I see. All right, cool. Jeffrey, are you using one particular game or your replay or different games in your replay or different games? That's a good question. I've seen some people that are using different games in their replays to see what kind of results they're getting. I've never done that. Usually replay baseball. Okay, cool. Playing Boston 72 strat season. I'm using ultra quick baseball for the rest of the teams. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I don't have ultra quick baseball, but I have looked at it. And that might be something for me to get if I want to do another season replay. When I'm doing the replay with the app, I play all of the Detroit games, and the PC Replay Play Baseball allows me to auto play on the schedule, the other teams. I want to see how the replay game stats come out. Yeah, I mean, the only thing, the last time I did I've got a franchise, all franchise team tournament going on. That wouldn't help you with that thing. The only other thing I did do a 1968 Denny McLean replay to see if I could get the 30 wins. No, I didn't make it. I think it was 24 and something in in my replay in that. And I did not keep any of the other stats for the other batters. Okay, guys, we're going to be coming up on the 45 minutes here pretty quickly. You got any last things you want to chat about? I'll chat some more, but I'm running out of ideas right now as far as today goes. Like I said earlier, that's going through the scroll. Don't forget the question and answer period at the end of the month. And on the 28th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, did a 6-day replay of Gibson's season with Appa. How did that turn out in comparison for Gibson's stats with the real life stats? Wow. Sweet. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like Appa. I'm looking forward to going up to Vegas for the annual Appa tournament in July again. I've been up there 4 times. I brought 2 trophies home, both second place trophies. Oh, he won more games. Okay. If any of you guys are out here in the West, Midwest, and want to make it into Vegas, check out Chris White. It's on his Appa Envelopes and More, Games and Envelopes and More, something on Facebook. He is the director for the Appa tournament, does a good job. This will be my 5th time up there. I used to also go to the Southern California Appa tournament. That one faded away. The director got preoccupied having to do other things in life, and nobody else took it over from him, so it just stopped. It's just a shame because I used to enjoy going down there. That was like, that's a 2-hour drive for me. I'll ask this then: have any of you played in any Appa tournaments? When I first started going down to the Appa tournaments was about 6 years ago, and I'm not one of these Appa guys that have the book memorized and everything. Even then, I was like a real beginner, and that I was a little bit nervous about that. But I found out that those guys at the tournaments are so nice and understanding. And if you have to look up every play, they don't care. They don't care. Really nice guys at the tournaments. Okay, here we go. I almost missed you out there on this question. Do you prefer mix and matching seasons when you play games or a specific year? I don't ever match or mix and match the seasons up. I always play with, whether it's football, basketball, or any of them. I pretty much play the season, unless it's in all franchise teams, and then that's not season. That's just all their best players. And I do have that in basketball. I have that in baseball, and I don't think I have an all franchise in football, but when I'm doing all franchises, of course, that's the only time the players are from different seasons. Oh yeah, cool, David. Yeah, I'm waiting for that one too. I think it's going to ship end of this month or so. Was hoping to get it shipped by the 13th. Shipping by the 13th, but he sent an email out the other day, maybe another week or so, and that's fine too, as far as I'm concerned. At least he's keeps us up to date on those things. I've done full season replays, 56, 58, 61, 62, 64, 74, and my record was worse than the Pirates for each of those years. Oh wow. Maybe it's just you're not a good dice thrower. That's all I can say. I have bad luck with dice too. Twice I came in second place up in the Vegas tournament, and I brought home little trophies, nice trophies, but I thought I had the tournament won, and then the final game of my dice changed, and I couldn't hit anything. I stay with the same season. Pirates finished second in a full 64 replay with NP3. Okay, that one just flew right by me, NP3. Yeah, I think the only other replay that I got that's not being tracked by PC replay. So I started a replay, and I'm probably going to change it because it hasn't been on the table and everything. Is Triple Play Baseball, and I started the 2012 replay because that was Miggy's Triple Crown year. Okay, computer version of Skeeter Soft. All right, thank you, Jeffrey. Okay, guys, I'm going to start calling this one up here. We're going into 47 minutes right now. 5 people still on. I really appreciated everybody coming on. We got as high as 9 or 10 people in the conversation today, and I appreciate it. This is talking about some fun. We're having 8, 9, 10 people every month now. Just tell your friends about it. We'll get some more and see if you can challenge me to keep up with the comments board. That's all right. So, thanks again. Wait a minute. Thanks. Okay. Thanks, Bill. Stay well. I will. Thank you very much, guys, girls, and everybody. Take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other and stay safe.